Hi guys, this is Gaz from TimePunk, just showing a little bit of machine learning in Unity. This is not a tutorial, this is just some progress. If you want a good tutorial, then go to CodeMonkey's page and find his tutorial on how to use machine learning AI in Unity. So it takes a while, but once you've got it all set up, you can start the training process by running ML agents learn like that. And this is running in Python in the background. So now when I actually start the game, what will happen is it'll start trying to learn based on the code I've written. Now the code tells it where the nearest coin is to pick up and where the nearest platform is to avoid. So the AI's got to learn how to avoid those rectangles, but also pick up those coins, right? And the things that go green there, that's just indicating that that's what the AI knows to be the current target that it should be thinking about. So if the coin's green, it wants to get it. If the platform is green, it wants to avoid it. As you can see, it's doing, quite badly. It's hitting all the platforms, which it's not meant to do, and it's not getting the coins, which is what it should do. But over time, it'll get better and better and better. So if I click off the ML agent, then it will run much quicker, like this. So you can see it constantly failing, and each time it hits one of those platforms, it gets a punishment of -1, and each time it hits a coin, it gets a reward of +1. So eventually, by these rewards and these punishments, it starts to learn how to play the game. You can see now it's kind of trying to avoid things. It still takes a while to train it, but it's got a coin there, got a coin there. So let's just give it a few minutes, and hopefully it will learn to play. And the first time it works, you're pretty excited by the whole thing. Yeah, let's just watch it for a little bit. You can see it's kind of starting to avoid the platforms, but still not successfully. But it's getting a little bit better there, right? Hit that one. Hit that one. But the next time it comes to these things, it knows that it should improve a little bit, and you can see it kind of darting around. And this obviously would be difficult even for a human, right? So as soon as it gets up to speed, should be able to play the game perfectly while getting all the coins and not hitting anything. It's getting close now. I do have statistics on the left here. So basically, you can see at the moment the current reward is -66. So that's because it's getting more punishment than gold. But as soon as that value gets to, say, 0, then it's obviously getting more rewards than punishment. And you can see it's actually, that value is going up, right? It'll hit 0, and when it does, the character will be able to play the game perfectly. So I'll follow it on the left here as well. Zoom it out so you can see a bit more. But yeah, he's at -47 right now. Let's just see how much better he is and over time, and if he can get to 0. As you can see now, he's actually playing almost perfectly, right? We've hardly trained it. You could actually train 10 instances of this game at the same time, which I did earlier, and I should do again, but I wasn't sure if it was fully working. But here you can see he hasn't hit anything for ages. He's down to -20 now. Actually, it's interesting. Looks like he's missing the coins a little bit there still. And obviously he needs to hit the coins to get a reward, so it might take longer to learn that actually. I thought he was getting them perfectly before. He's getting them pretty good there though. And it's obvious he's going out of his way. I'm wondering if the collider might be off on one of them. As you can see now, he's down to 0, right? So he's actually doing positive. He's up to 3 now, which means he's collecting more coins than he's hitting walls, and he's more or less learned to play the game now. I'm going to check that coin he keeps missing, because that's a bit sus, that one. Yes, I was right. The box collider is actually off. That's why he's missing it, I think. So I'm going to pause this and fix that, and then have another quick run through. Actually, I think I was wrong about the box collider somehow. Let's just see if he gets any better over time. So I'm going to leave him running for a few minutes, and then I will come back. Yeah, obviously this is from the beginning again, but he consistently misses certain coins, so we'll see if he gets them after more training. He seems to avoid the walls better than he picks up the coins. It is like magic, really. Maybe I should just show my awful code, because this is hacked together because I wasn't sure how to do it, but essentially it finds the closest coin or platform to assign them to target to go to or target to avoid, and then in collect observations we simply pass over the observation of where you are, where the target is, and what to avoid. And as if by magic, it begins learning from that. So that closest method is just for finding the closest one. And then when the action is received, it'll then use a trial and error move X from the continuous actions here. And that is the bit that it fine-tunes over time to get it right. And then in the trigger, I just say if you hit what I call a wall, then you get a reward of -1, which means it goes down, and then the episode starts again. And if you hit a goal, then you get a reward of +1, and it starts again. So over time, it starts to work out what the goals are and what the walls are. Yeah, why is he missing them coins though? He got that one nicely. Well, we'll see if he learns. So he seems to miss some coins sometimes. I'm going to try and duplicate the game and see what happens. See if it can run multiple instances on top of each other. I've made like tons of them now. I'm not sure exactly if this is perfectly scientific or not, but you can see them all there. Kind of learning. And this supposedly speeds up the simulation a lot, because obviously it's running like 10 instances. They're all contributing to the same brain. Though I do wonder why it misses some of them and does so expertly on others. That one. Never gets that one. But nevertheless, it's quite amazing that I started trying to do this using actual AI, classical AI, and I got annoyed with the maths and things like that, so I thought maybe there's a way to train an AI. So yeah, if you are interested, check out CodeMonkey's tutorials. That's how I got started. Now, technically, they should be doing different paths, right? They're not exactly cloning each other because they're all learning. That is curious that that one never gets hit. But yeah, you could train anything with this. I'll make some more test games. And you could even, use it to make enemies and parts of enemies, like flocking, like this is kind of doing right now. Let me get rid of the other instances for now. Maybe just undo, does that work? Yeah. Well, I'm going to start it again, see if I can get him to actually collect that coin. And you can mess with the timescale, so I'm going to see if I can make it even quicker, right? Okay, so this is a fresh one, right? No memory from the last time. With a timescale of 10, which is obviously so quick you can barely tell if it's working or not. But if you click on the agent, it should slow down. No, it doesn't. Anyway, let's just see. He's still hitting a lot of platforms, obviously. And he's starting to avoid them. As you can see, his reward is up to 29 now. There is obviously something about the coin that you can't get because he gets every other one. Yeah, it would be cool to code one of these for Snake and see how long you could get the snake to go before it was impossible, which should be a really simple use case of this. So I changed the environment a little bit. Oh, that's not working, is it? Right, now it's better. I changed the environment a little bit just to see if there was something wrong with that position of that coin. It's a fresh run. So let's see how well he does. Pause it for a bit. I'll get back to you. So yeah, I think this should work. Running two at the same time. When one misses, the other one nearly always gets it. So that should technically be learning faster than just one, obviously. I wonder if the walls are somehow higher priority than picking up the coins, which is logical, but I never told it that. Maybe just the order of the code. Or just that it avoids a punishment more than it wants a reward, but I'm presuming that that is not the way it should be. I'm not sure. So yeah, I left them going for a while. You can see they make a damn good effort to get the coins now. And between them, almost never miss. Yeah, that's awesome. Really impressive. So once you finish with this and you've got a model that you consider trained, then you can put it back into the player and then use inference mode where it actually plays the game based on the training you've given it, but it doesn't do any more training, and it shouldn't be slow or anything like that. So it's interesting, I can see them hitting the branches a little bit more now, even though they were avoiding them perfectly. That might be the attempt to put the tweaks in to get the final rewards. And maybe there needs to be a punishment for missing a coin, but not severely harsh, because sometimes it might not be possible, right? Because there'll be other things in this game that move. So you should be allowed to miss a coin, but I'm not sure how I would detect and issue the punishment. Of course, I can detect once it's too late and you can't get it and punish him that way, but I'm wondering if it would understand that. But you can see it almost never misses now. But it did hit a branch there and there. But obviously, you could leave this going for 8 hours when you go to bed, right? And in the morning, the results should be flawless, really, because I see improvements in just a couple of minutes of running it. If you fine tune it over the night, then it would be incredible, which is what I will do. And I will come back with more videos about this as I learn it. I just thought I'd put this up because it's kind of interesting. And there isn't that much around. Of course, I know it's not a tutorial, but at least you know what to expect. Wow, okay, I left it for a while there and I watched it and it got every coin for ages. And then as soon as I hit record again, it doesn't. I wonder what happens if I put a third guy in. Is that just going to get ridiculous, or is it going to help? Of course, it's different because his position is different. But you can see it zipping through now. Did hit some platforms there. But obviously it's learning new things. It's fascinating to watch, actually. And when it does make a mistake, you think, oh, that's nice, because it might not make that one again. Of course, it has no knowledge of what's going on apart from where the nearest coin is and where the nearest platform is. And what is a punishment and what is not a punishment, i.e. a reward. Anyway, that's gone on far too long. If you're still watching, thanks for watching. Have a play around with machine learning. It's really quite amazing. Hopefully I'll do some more videos soon. Thanks again.